Started from a dream, now the whole thing growing. Lost a little gecko early on, had my heart wide open. Had escapes in the night, had to keep doors closing. But every setback turned the whole tank golden. Make fauna in the soil, yeah, they keep things right. Pan and Bulma on patrol when I cut the lights. 2 nights film, now we drop it on the weekend nights. Friday, Sunday, whole squad in your sight. Every night a story, come and see with me. Yeah.
I'm Ricky, and you're watching The Tiny Rainforest. This episode is going to be all about the plants that are living inside the tiny rainforest. The tiny rainforest wasn't always so lush and green. It was a little stingy at first. If you see this, I only had these 3 snake plants in there. They were all potted. Then eventually I took that little snake plant out of the pot and put it into the actual tank or the substrate. But then it didn't last. I didn't have my substrate mixed properly. It was only just cocoa fiber and no pro mix. So it was giving any plant that I tried to put in there a rough time. I also had some pothos that I tried to put in there that didn't work because my substrate wasn't mixed properly. And you can see the little one there, and then there was a bigger piece here. They both kind of died, but I put them in some water and got them back right. And this was the skinny piece in the bag. That one's a bigger one. See, they got some nice roots now, so I planted that longer one in back there, and it's just waiting to grow. Now here are a couple photos of that snake plant that was first planted in. This was the first plant to be planted in the substrate, and it died pretty quick. Maybe not that quick, but it died eventually. Bulma came in and trampled all over it because the microfauna was loving it, so it really had no chance of surviving just because my substrate wasn't mixed properly anyway, so Bulma just finished it off. And this is where we're at now. We got a golden pothos there, and we got some Fernwood type plant there, the pothos and the Fernwood. I don't know what it is. It's a grass. It's like some kind of grass snake plant. But there's Pan and Bulma, or Bulma in there. They love that. It gives it some nice height. I got another one there. I got a Peperomia. That's gonna give me some good height. It's gonna be like a tree. There's another pothos there. Pothos are good to have because they are vines. So, and they grow fast once they get established, so they'll be just a good for the mid canopy. There's a little canary creeper vine in there. It's just an experiment. It's not really a rainforest type plant, but we'll try to see if it can grow. If it does, it will be a nice canopy builder. And the pothos are also nice canopy builders. That's why I got a few of them in there. That's just some leftover pothos that I got shipped to me. It's not doing well. And then we have the Fittonia, or the nerd plant. This is a beautiful plant. This is absolutely beautiful, and it's an understory plant, thrives in shade, humidity stabilizer, it loves moisture, and it's a microfauna hotspot. Shallow roots, and it feeds the soil biology. And the microfauna love this plant. The base and the roots of this plant give out some kind of sweet nectar that they love. As soon as I put them in, they started going crazy for this plant. They love this plant. And you can see them there. That was a couple days after I added it. And this is today. That plant is doing very well. It's doing probably the best out of all the plants that I have planted into the soil so far. Well, maybe not the best, because we also have my Peperomia, and this plant is doing absolutely great as well. It started out small, but it's growing non-stop. It's growing big, and this plant will fill the center layer visually. It thrives in moist environments. These thick leaves will give good gecko cover, and it's a slow controlled growth, so it won't take over any real space real fast. And this is a soil protector. It shades the substrate, keeps it moist and stable. It's almost like having a mini tree, which it's a succulent, kind of like a semi-succulent plant, so it's pretty strong and sturdy. So it was a good pick, I think. And you can see it here now. This is it recently. It's growing in. It's getting pretty big. It's going to be too big for that vine to be underneath soon. I'm going to have to throw it on top so it can keep growing perfectly. I have this spider plant I'm propagating to put in there. It's not really a rainforest type plant, but I'm going to put it in just to see what happens. A little experiment. See if it grows. It will be good for the mid canopy. It's also a vine type, so it will do some good for gecko highways. That's what the vines are for. They like to crawl across them. It gives them a good little quick roots. And then this is the last plant I'm going to get. It's a bromeliad. It's going to be a nice flowering plant. It's going to give some good contrast, and it grows up, so it's going to give some good hiding places for the geckos. Pan and Bulma, they'll love to hide in these little leaves, and it catches a lot of water inside the leaves, so they'll be able to drink from it. That's one of the good things about a lot of the plants that I do have. They kind of catch the water and they can drink off it. I don't have to worry too much about a watering dish, even though I do have one, or mist in the back wall, even though I do that as well. But I like to make sure that they have all the water that they possibly could have, so I'm going to do it either way. I'm Ricky, and thanks for tuning into the Tiny Rainforest. See you next time. And don't forget, our next episode is the microfauna episode. That could be a good learning experience for everybody. Even if you know some things about microfauna, tune in and you could learn more. Here's a sneak peek. You see the millipede there? He just gets to walk around unbothered. Geckos don't really like him. Pan and Bulma don't want to taste that. He has a kind of a bad taste to him, so they kind of leave him alone. The microfauna aren't as lucky. They have to keep an eye out. Pan and Bulma shape how the microfauna hide, how they hunt and where they go, their routes. The microfauna have to be smart enough to run away from them and hide from them. Well, not all the microfauna, just the isopods. You see, when they gather in spots like this, it's just a buffet for Bulma. Bulma will always be looking for these type of hideouts. They're not the brightest, but the cleanup crew does the job. They don't have to be bright. They just have to be hungry. See you next time, guys. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe.
Oh yeah. Started from a dream, now the whole thing growing. Lost a little gecko early on, had my heart wide open. Had escapes in the night, had to keep doors closing. But every setback turned the whole tank golden. Make real fauna in the soil, yeah, they keep things right. Pan and Bulma on patrol when I cut the lights. 2 nights film, now we drop it on the weekend nights. Friday, Sunday, whole squad in your sight. Every night a story, come and see what it means. Oh.